Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History.
Now we going back, breathing on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Lord, I got they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History.
Now we going back, breathing on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Lord, I got they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History.
Now we going back, breathing on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Lord, I got they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back, Peter on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws of God, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? Do you know it? Tell me, do you know it? History, history.
Now we going back, Peter on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Laws of God, they changed me. We can see the truth now. Got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
You hear me, boy, I'm searching.
Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Do you know your history? History. Yeah. Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Your enemies been teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Do
yeah.
you know your
History, history, yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Do you
yeah.
know your history?
Hey, we're back. We're making jokes, man. That's silly, man. Hey, Shalom, we're back. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. You are now tuned into
Our Hidden History Radio Show.
We're back. We are in the Greek captivity. We had a long night. I'm tired as hell, man. I'm not even gonna sit up here and sugarcoat it. I'm just exhausted, man. So,
Man, that class drain you out, man.
yeah, these women, man. That class, man.
They drain
Took
you
up
out,
a lot of
man.
my time.
He was going
Took
in.
a lot of time away from this class, focusing on that one.
Yeah.
Doing a freaking RICO investigation to get all the demons all at one time.
Damn.
All right. So, we're going to go to Daniel 8. Oh, no. We left off Greek captivity with the pamphlet regarding Alexander destroying the Tyre Empire. empire of the Sidonians. And if you like, I'm not going over that again. That was 33 chapters. So you can reference. I can go back and rewatch the Travels and Decline of Carthage, which is chapter 14, number 14. You can then after that you have King Arthur and the Silures. That's chapters 15 and 16. So watch 14, 15, and 16. Excuse me, which goes into the details of how we ended up migrating from
the Iberian Peninsula.
From North Africa into the Iberian Peninsula, and then from the Iberian Peninsula we ended up migrating further up into Britain,
Ireland.
British Isles, the Ireland. I went over all of that, and that's how you got the Silures, who were described as black. They wore fringes, things of that nature.
Right.
And they named Ireland, I believe it was Hibernicum. Hibernicum, I think. Hibernicum.
Right. The Hebrides.
Hebrides. They were called Hebrides,
The
right.
Hebrides,
It goes back to Igbo, it goes back to Hebrews, it goes back to what they were.
Remember, we also, because we was a great sea power at that time, so
Right,
we was going to
Rome.
Ireland to get tin and all of that.
Britain.
Yeah, all of the elements that was over there, and so we held that for ourselves. So
Right.
we kept it on lock, and like Deke said, we just stayed there.
Right,
a
but
lot of those
we
places.
took over the naval how do I put it, the ocean, the trade. We took over the trade routes of Tyre. Because remember Solomon had an alliance with Hiram of Tyre, and once Tyre fell from Alexander the Great, and they fled into Northeast Africa, we were already there in abundance based upon the Assyrian captivity and based upon the Babylonian captivity. So both kingdoms were already residing together in Northeast Africa, which would be known as Carthage. And we spread out into Mauritania. That's you ended up getting the Semitic Berbers. We became the Semitic Berbers. Okay, and then we migrated into, of course, later on, that's when Islam gained, started to rise later on in the years. And we ended up conquering Spain, Portugal, and so forth. And we resided there. And, we were already there from Babylonian captivity, historically speaking, not biblically speaking, but historically speaking, we were there. So I'm just giving y'all a quick review of what I already went over, because I'm not trying to go over that again. That's just to me, that's just redundant. It's ridiculous, it's repetitive. So, what else? King Arthur, well, he wasn't a king really. He was the chief of the Silures. His father was the king. He was a prince, and he died in battle. He was a very, very tall, a very huge man. They found his bones buried in Shire.
Right. In Glasgow.
Yeah, in Glasgow, right. Him and his wife were buried. She was under him, buried under him, whatever.
It was a pyramid, actually.
It was a pyramid,
they buried
right.
under a pyramid.
Right.
Entombed in a pyramid.
And a monk had knowledge of who was buried there. He told whoever discovered, hey, King Arthur's here. His name was Arthros Ab Turig. And his father's name was Tuig Ab Murig. Ap Murig. So we'll just keep those names in mind. The Ap is being son of. It's all,
So, Deke, what we going to do to keep the people, to refresh their memory of what you just bringing out, we're going to start chopping up some of the clips, segments of the history, just to refresh the memory, so everybody keep that in mind as you proceed in the classes.
Right. So, reason why I'm mentioning Carthage is because, remember, Hannibal came out of there. Hannibal, the whole family of our forefathers, Hannibal, and then they came out of Libya and so forth and migrated, westward and took over that whole top half of Africa pretty much from that point on. So, give me Daniel 8 and verse 8.
Yes, sir.
With that long introduction, let's get into it. Daniel 8 and 8.
Yes, sir. The book of Daniel, chapter 8 and verse 8. Therefore, the he-goat waxed very great, and when he was strong, the great horn was broken,
And for it came up four notable ones toward the four winds of heaven.
Right, so this is referring to Alexander the Great. Where you from? Read again.
Verse 8.
Read again. Read 8 and 9. Read 8 and 9.
Yes, sir. Daniel chapter 8, verse 8. Therefore, the he-goat waxed very great.
He-goat being Alexander the Great. Go ahead.
And when he was strong,
He reaches his peak of conquering everybody, that which will be within 12 years' time, from 20 to 32. Go ahead.
the great horn was broken.
He died. He got sick and died.
And for it came up four notable ones toward the four winds of heaven.
Or the four winds of heaven. Go ahead.
And out of one of them came forth a little horn,
And out of one of those four notable ones came forth a little horn. We'll get to that soon. Go ahead.
which waxed exceeding great toward the south.
He became very great toward the what?
Toward the south.
The south would be Egypt. The south would be Egypt. Go ahead.
And toward the east.
The east would be Persia. When they conquered the Persians, the east is Persia. Go ahead.
And toward the pleasant land.
Pleasant land would be our land, the land of Israel. That's the pleasant land. Now, First Maccabees 1. First Maccabees 1. You're probably wondering why I bothered mentioning Ireland and all that stuff, because during this time, by this time, Israel's already, engaging in this. The explorations are already taking place during this time in terms of Ireland and Britain and so forth. But those of us who was in the land, resided in the land, which would be land of Israel and so forth, that's when the Greeks came up. The Greeks started to rise up. First Maccabees 1, verse 1.
First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 1. And it happened after that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Kittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persian and Medes.
Right, he smitten Darius III. Go ahead.
That he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece.
Right, that's that great horn, that waxed great. That's referring to Alexander. Go ahead.
And made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth.
The dark nations. He subdued and conquered the dark nations. Go ahead.
And went through to the ends of the earth, and took spoils of many nations, and so much that the earth was quiet before him.
He ruled. Go ahead.
Whereupon he was exalted, and his heart was lifted up. And he gathered a mighty strong host, and ruled over countries, and nations, and kings, who became tributaries unto
Paid
him.
taxes to him. Go ahead.
And after these things he fell sick, and perceived that he should die.
Yeah, he got sick and he was going to die from this sickness. Go ahead. That's what it said. The great horn broke off. Go ahead.
Wherefore he called his servants, such as were honorable, and had been brought up with him from his youth, and parted his kingdom among them, while he was yet alive.
That'll be the four I referred to before. Go ahead.
So Alexander reigned 12 years, and then died.
Right. So 20. He started conquering by 20. Finished conquering by 32. He died by 30. He died by 32. Started conquering by 20. Ended up dying at 32. 12 years. Go ahead.
And his servants bare rule, every one in his place.
The four notable ones in Daniel. Daniel 8 and 8. Go ahead.
And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years.
Right there, generations, children. Go ahead.
And evils were multiplied upon in the earth.
And evils were multiplied in the earth. The moment this nation came into rulership, evils multiplied in the earth. Now, if you remember last week, I went into the history of how the Edomites or the Europeans gained dominion over they subjugated all of Europe. And they conquered and pushed out the original inhabitants of that land. Okay? What's going on?
That's my bad.
Oh, you and Haim, man. Y'all always do this. Anyway, it subjugated all. Oh man, subjugated all of Europe, and took it over, and became the Italians, became the French, became the Romans, became the Greeks, which were not originally were black people. The original Italians were black Japhites. Thrace was Japhites. Javan is Greece. And they took over these things and assumed the identity of those who they conquer. This is what Edom does. That's his thing. And pushed the nations, those Japhetic nations, out, okay? And they ended up flowing flowing further eastward. That's what they did. Okay? So read on.
Verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root.
And out of them, referring to the ones that took crowns upon themselves, his servants that ruled everyone in his place. Out of one of them, the four, did what? Read again.
And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes.
Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, going back to who? That same one in Daniel 8 and 9, where it says, hold on. It said, and out of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceeding great, toward the south, toward the east, toward the pleasant land. That's who it's referring to. It's referring to Antiochus. Go ahead.
Surnamed Epiphanes.
Who surnamed himself Epiphanes, meaning God on earth. This guy's arrogance was ridiculous. Bruh. God on earth, all right? So God manifests on earth, Epiphanes. Go ahead.
Son of Antiochus the king.
Son of Antiochus, I believe that's Antiochus the third. Antiochus the Great. Go ahead.
Who had been in hostage at Rome.
Antiochus Epiphanes was in hostage at Rome. Why is that important? Because when you examine the history of the reason why Antiochus Epiphanes was a hostage at Rome is because Antiochus, his father, the third, had made an alliance with Hannibal. Okay, he made an alliance with Hannibal to go and fight against the Romans. And when the Romans gained intel that Antiochus had Hannibal as his counselor to fight against the Romans, who were an up-and-coming power at this time, they basically overthrew Antiochus. He failed to fight them. He failed, lost the war against them. And they said, listen, give us Hannibal. Give him up. Which Hannibal, by that time, Hannibal's already on the run. So they said, listen, since you came against us and you used that guy to help you, you owe us money now. Now we're going to penalize you. So we're going to take your son as ransom to make sure you pay us, you owe us. So they ended up like putting a heavy tax on Antiochus, I believe Antiochus the Great, the third, until he paid that paid back every cent. So they held his son hostage at Rome until he paid back what he basically as a punishment for using Hannibal or trying to use Hannibal to help overthrow Rome.
The hell is this?
That's his history in verse 10. And just one verse holds a whole bunch of history in one verse. Okay? So it's a whole bunch of history in just that one verse alone. That's why he was a hostage at Rome, because of Hannibal. It's not mentioned in scripture per se. All right? So read verse 10 again.
Yes, sir. And there came out of them a wicked root.
To them is the four notable ones. So I'm going to give you the names. Lysimachus is one. Ptolemy is two. Cassander is three. And Seleucus is four. Seleucus is where Antiochus derives from. That's the Seleucid or Seleucid dynasty. Antiochus Antiochus derives from that dynasty, from the Seleucid dynasty. All right? Who took it? And they took over Syria. That's the part they took over. That's why you have a place in the Bible, I believe it's called Antiochus, something like that. Antioch. When you read the New Testament, it's a place called Antioch because it's named after Antiochus. Okay? They took over that region there. All right? Look at something up over there. Oh, perfect. Okay. Let's just check it out.
Brothers, all right.
Y'all all right? All right. So it says the four winds, and you see right here, Ptolemy had Egypt and so on, king of the south, and Seleucus was the king of the north. King of the north, Seleucus. Syria, Greek Empire, four kingdoms after, what did I say, 301 BC? 301
Yes,
BC.
sir, 301.
And you have, what's that over there to the, Cassander right there. He had, what's that covering?
It's around Thrace and Macedonia, Libya,
Right.
Phrygia,
Yeah, he had that area, and you go up to the top. What's that?
Lysimachus. That'd be like Russia.
Yeah, Russia. He had that part. He had that area there. So that's what it says, the four winds of the known world. Okay, the four winds of the known earth. Okay, they took over. All right. They didn't have this side of the world. We did, but these Greek kings had this side, four parts of the other side of the known world or the old world. All right? Thank you, brothers. Y'all all right. 4 kingdoms, all right? These are the men that took over after Alexander the Great had passed on. All right? So now, let's go back to 1 Maccabees again. And we're going to read verse 10 again. Yes, sir. And going back to Daniel 8 and 10.
Yes, sir. 1 Maccabees chapter 1, verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been an hostage at Rome.
Held hostage at Rome, go ahead.
And he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks.
All right, go ahead.
In those days went there out of Israel.
Oh, wait, give me Daniel 8 and 10.
Yes, sir.
We're going to revisit this in a moment. But before we do, let's just get Daniel first. 8 and 12. Go ahead.
Book of Daniel, chapter 8 and verse 12. And an host was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression, and it cast down the truth to the ground, and it practiced and prospered. Then I heard.
Wait. Daniel 8 and 10?
You just said, want me to read 10 now?
No, I meant 10. What did I say?
You said 12. I got you, verse 10.
All right.
Yes, sir. Daniel chapter 8, verse 10.
Yeah.
And it waxed great, even to the host of heaven.
The waxed great is the little horn back in verse 9. It waxed great as an Antiochus gained power. Okay, he overthrew Ptolemy, I believe, king of the south. Go ahead.
And it cast down some of the hosts and of the stars to the ground, and stamped upon them.
They cast down some of the hosts, and who?
And of the stars to the ground.
To the hosts of heaven, and cast some of the stars. Read verse 10 again. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. And it waxed great, even to the host of heaven. And it cast down some of the hosts and of the stars to the ground, and stamped upon them.
Who are the hosts of heaven? It's referring to the children of Israel. We are the hosts of heaven. It's not referring to him casting down angels, knocking down angels. He had Michael in the headlock and Gabriel. He's just stepping on. He's just stomping out Gabriel. No. It's referring to the nation of Israel. We are the stars. We are the hosts of heaven. We are the stars that were cast down to the ground and did what? What did he do?
And stamped upon them.
It says he stamped upon us. Now, we're going to get what that means in a moment. Read on.
Verse 11. Yea, he magnified himself even to the prince of the host.
Meaning the priest of the host. He did magnify himself against the priest. Go ahead.
And by him the daily sacrifice was taken away.
He took away the sacrifice of the temple. Go ahead.
And the place of his sanctuary was cast down.
And the temple was cast down. The place of the temple was cast down. Go ahead.
And a host was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression.
The hosts are wicked Israelites. Wicked Jake. All right? That's us. That's given against the daily sacrifice. Go ahead.
And it cast down the truth to the ground.
Verse 12 again from the top.
Yes, sir. And an host was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression.
Reason of sin. Because we were tempted with sin. We turned our back on the temple, turned our backs on the sacrifices. But that's why it says by reason of transgression. Go ahead.
And it cast down the truth to the ground.
The laws are cast down to the ground because he stamped upon us. His own doctrine. Go ahead.
And it practiced and prospered.
And it cast the truth down to the ground. And it, meaning the little horn, it practiced and it prospered. His doctrine was pushed in practice, and it prospered among our people, the wicked of our people. Now, go to 1 Maccabees 1:11 to 15.
Yes, sir.
Because Daniel is giving you a complete detail of what took place in the book of Maccabees. That's why I don't understand. These people say that Maccabees is not canon or not part of the Bible, because we're reading it here. All right?
1 Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 11.
Yeah.
In those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
That's the host right there. That's that host given him, referring to Antiochus. Go ahead.
Who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward herein.
So disrespectful to the Lord therein. Go ahead. And the transgression. Go ahead.
That they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen.
Remember, it practiced and it prospered. He stamped upon them. Go ahead.
Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen.
So whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen. Go ahead.
And made themselves uncircumcised.
And made themselves what?
uncircumcised.
Made themselves as the heathen. You can't make yourself uncircumcised physically. You can't put skin back on. You know, we did try. I'll go into that another time. That was terrible.
How was doing that?
But it says we made ourselves uncircumcised in the spiritual sense, as in we made ourselves as the Greeks. We made ourselves as the heathen. We made ourselves as Gentiles. We became Greeks here. Made themselves uncircumcised means made themselves heathens. Practiced the customs of the heathens and became Greeks. Read again.
And made themselves uncircumcised and forsook the holy covenant.
That's how you make yourself uncircumcised, and you forsake the holy covenant. It says the truth was cast down. Going back to Daniel 8 and 12. Go ahead.
And joined themselves to the heathen.
Do what?
And joined themselves to the heathen.
That's what a lot of these Israelites do today. And they're in Christianity. That's what a lot of these Israelites do today when they are in the apologetics, when they are in sports. That's what they do. These athletes today.
Black leaders.
These politicians. It's the same thing. Go ahead.
And were sold to do mischief.
The word sold because they sold out. They were given money, gifts, success, prosperity, power, status, sold to do mischief. Now, get me this is a practice and a prospered. Get me Isaiah 28 and 15.
Yes, sir. The book of Isaiah, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Yeah.
Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
You did what?
Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
We made a covenant with death. We made a covenant with death. Go ahead.
And with hell are we at agreement.
And with hell, meaning captivity, we are at agreement. We agree. We're complacent. We're comfortable in captivity. That's what they're saying. That's what the leader. That's the wicked of our people are saying here. Read verse 15 from the top again.
Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death.
We made a covenant with sin, with death, which would be the nations. Go ahead.
And with hell are we at agreement.
And with hell, meaning captivity, are we at agreement. Go ahead.
When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us.
And because we made an agreement or covenant with captivity, with the slave master, the oppressor, we're going to be good. Remember, it says when leaving the heathen, we've had much sorrow. We read that earlier. Let's not fall behind the heathen. We've had much sorrow.
Hey, D, you see that? We see that right now with
Yes.
with the jab.
Yeah.
We see that right now how our people is moving. You got those that didn't take no thought into it, that just ran and got it.
Yep. Without
You know,
question.
without question.
Unyielding.
They
This
gotta be good for us. You know, you see that today.
You saw I saw a clip. It was very very brief of a Muslim. I forgot his brother's name. He's a Muslim. Forgot his name. And he was talking about the jab, and he was having a discussion with Ari Spears. Ari Spears is a comedian. And Ari Spears had a few colorful things to say about this brother, about people in general who have questions regarding the jab. And he was like, yo, you guys all of a sudden talk about, I don't trust it, but you eating foods that, you don't know what's in it. He made some valid points regarding eating foods, you don't know what's in it. We've been getting vaccines, you don't know what's in it, for years. But the brother was saying, yeah, that may be true, you're right to an extent, but you gotta understand, it's against the law for you to mandate someone to take something against their will, number one. And it's also a crime for you to tell someone to take a jab and have any kind of negative effects it has on you. They can pass a law that makes them pretty much, not liable if anything happens to you.
Right.
Because that's a crime. You're telling me that you can give me a jab and I can die from it, and my family receives no compensation. They receive no type of accountability
Right.
for me taking some experimental nonsense. I'm gonna give you a prime example. There's an island called Gibraltar. Now I went over this a long time ago. Gibraltar's named after our Gibraltar's named after our brother, Tariq. Okay, Tariq, who was a Israelite man, who conquered him and Tariq and Tarif. Well, that's why it's a place called
Gibraltar?
not Gibraltar. Gibraltar's another place called named after Tarif. It's
Tangier.
not Tangier. It was Tarif. Not Tanzania. No.
Tomorrow, it's right
It's
between
not.
Spain.
It's in between. Yeah, but I know Gibraltar is once Tariq. It's after Tariq. That's Rock of Gibraltar. That's named
Right,
after
right,
Tariq.
right.
You got a place called something Tariff or something like that.
I didn't-
Anyway, I'm sidebarring. The point of the matter is that why the hell did I bring that up? No, I lost my thought now.
You was going into the jab, and you was about to. You was about to explain something with the jab in Gibraltar.
Oh yes, thank you. So the island of Gibraltar, thank you. Damn, just as good. the island of Gibraltar is 100% jabbed. Everyone on that island, whatever you want to call it, that land is 100%. Everyone got the jab. Everyone.
Damn.
There's an outbreak over there of the 19. There's an outbreak. They're like, where's it coming from? If we all got the jab, why everyone got this thing?
Right.
Australia, same thing. Outbreak. Oh, you can't come in, you can't come out without getting it or whatever. It's over there. So that guy made a valid point saying, you're telling us to take this thing, and it's clearly not working. Then they got this new Transformer version, or Unicron, Megatron version now.
Right.
Whatever. Omnicron or whatever, freaking Soundwave, whatever.
A Decepticon.
Decepticon version. And you need a booster. Then Fauci's on news talking about, oh yeah, it can change anytime. It can change.
This guy, man.
This guy's Frankenstein, bro. He's the worst. He got caught in lies. Esau's coming at this guy's throat because he's a liar. He got caught in numerous lies, and he's still somehow the spokesman for this.
Right.
This nonsense.
That's what's killing me. Even though Esau trying to, I guess, bring him to trial, catch him in his lie, this dude is still front news.
Yeah, just
Right.
running his mouth, being the spokesman for this thing. Him and the keyboard guy, Bill Gates.
And remember, this new variant actually started down south in South
Africa.
Africa.
Just
where
saying,
mainly-
everything starts in Africa. Everything's Africa.
Where mainly they dwell in South Africa.
Right.
Our people mainly on the west, north, and all
Right.
that. However, they banned the whole continent of Africa from traveling, not just the south. They
Right,
included
the whole-
everybody, the whole continent.
Right.
Because they're trying to say it came from us.
Right.
Yep, that's what they're doing.
It's
They
the whole
came
point.
from them on the
That's what
south.
they're doing.
Right.
Everything come from us all the time. AIDS came from us. Ebola came from us. Everything come from us. Never fails. So where we at? 15 again?
Yes, sir. Isaiah chapter 28 and verse 15.
So we made that point. I'm sorry. We made that point to say that our people easily are deceived by this man, despite all the news that makes his truth contrary, proven to be contrary. We still just go along with these things without question.
Sheep's deep.
Right, with
Sheep's.
sheep. Now those of you who already got jabbed or whatever, no worries. The Lord got you. I'm not trying to put any fear in you. I'm just speaking on the fact that those of us who had the option to not have to take it, who just wholeheartedly say, yeah, why not? I'm referring to them. Those of us who had, who are forced to do this, our jobs, our livelihoods at stake, our jobs are at stake, we got families to feed. I can't tell you what you can. All I can say to you is use your discretion. I can't sit up here and tell you what you should and should not do. But I do, however, speak highly against getting it. If it's possible for you to avoid getting it, I advise you to avoid getting it at all costs, if possible. But those of you who are unable to, the Lord be with you. It is what it is. But I'm referring to those who just say that, yeah, sure, come on, give me 5. Stab me 5 times on my arm. You was retarded. Without question. B15 again now.
Yes, sir. Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15. Because ye have said, we've made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. Sorry. Mm-hmm. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us.
We're good. As long as we side with the heathens, we're good. We're in good case. Go ahead.
For we have made lies our refuge.
We've made his lies our refuge. Now to take it away from the whole pharmaceutical thing, take it religiously now. In Christianity, I'm under grace. I can do whatever I want. I can do what I want. I can do what I want, do what I feel, move how I want. I can sin, break all kind of laws. Because as long as I have faith in the Lord, I can do whatever I want to do. That's Christianity right there. Go ahead.
For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
Under falsehood have we hid ourselves. Read on.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord God, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone.
That stone is the Messiah. That stone is Christ. Go ahead.
A tried stone.
A tried stone, because he was tried, and he was successful when he came on the earth. Go ahead.
A precious cornerstone.
He's a precious chief cornerstone. He's our leader. Go ahead.
A sure foundation.
And Christ, the Messiah, is our foundation. Go ahead.
He that believeth shall not make haste.
He that believes in him shall not make haste, meaning shall not be confounded. Shall not haste or run away. They're going to stand strong. They're going to stand on the foundation of that stone, which is the Messiah, which is Christ.
That's right.
All right. So with that being said, you can call us. You can call in if you have any comments or questions regarding the topic at 267-702-6121. That's 267-702-6121. All right.
And Dick, you know what makes it worse too? You know the experiment with the syphilis, was it
Right, Tuskegee Air experiment. Yep.
Black people knew about that, and they know a lot of people got killed.
Yep.
You still have our own people trying to still push the remainder of our people to take the jab.
Yeah, remember,
Regardless, they know what happened.
there was a black woman that was the one that was injecting us with that syphilis and at the time, and they had a sister be the first one to get jabbed
Right?
for this thing. You know?
Eve, man.
They had Eve. It's always Eve, man. I blasted y'all asses last night. With Eve, man, Eve. I'm telling you, man. They gotta get it together. This verse 15 is especially y'all, man. I can go deep into that regarding I said it last night. The welfare, the food stamps, the public housing, the school loans. I'm a PhD. The school loans, the body freedom from body liberality of the body. You know, power over your body. I can do what I want in my body. No one got control of me but me alone regarding my body, whatever. What else? Child support, WIC, welfare, food stamps. That goes back to where it says, where's it at? With hell, we had agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. That's that comfort zone. That's what that is. Our sisters are especially heavily immersed in this hell here, which is captivity here.
So they really believe in that Babylonian system.
They really do. They heavily believe in Babylon. Heavily. Satan got a stronghold in our women, man. Stronghold. Something in the air, man. So.
Can we read the last part of that?
Yeah, read the last part.
Verse 15.
Verse 15. Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with
the
death.
bottom part. We have made.
The last part.
Last part.
For we have.
Yes, sir. For we have made lies our refuge.
See, that's exactly what it is. So they made lies their refuge. So they really believe in it.
Yep.
Go ahead.
And under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
So even though they know the destruction is doing to our people, they're still doing it because of that cheap money. It's basically selling themselves for nothing.
Yeah.
I forgot. Captain Joel did a class, a Man Up Monday class. He was saying about abortion. The Edomite that started the whole abortion thing, he put out some phrase to our people, to our sisters only, and they took that phrase as far as it pretty much manipulated them to think that they can do whatever with their body. They could commit kill the baby. So it was like a deceiving phrase. I forgot what it was.
Like a slogan.
Slogan. Yes, sir. It was a slogan that put out, and the women, our sisters, took it, and that's when they started they programmed them. They started just killing these babies, aborting these babies, and then he felt sorry when he was about to die. That's when he started feeling sorry about what he did.
He regretted. He had regrets, right?
Right.
So it was even the serpent again.
Huh?
Even the serpent again.
Right. The serpent again,
Yeah.
right. And that goes back to what is it? That goes back to what am I gonna say? Marketing. It's marketing. Even with the diamond. A diamond's a girl's best friend. A diamond is a rock that's put under heavy pressure, and is, for a long period of time before eventually becomes a diamond. That's all it is, a rock. It's no value behind that thing. None. Right? Diamond is literally like on this side of the world. Gad, Northern Kingdom, all of them, they were just playing with diamonds like it was marbles. They're just playing with it. There was no value in diamonds. There's none. It's a freaking rock. And women, oh, I want a diamond. I want so-and-so carats. It's like, no, it's a rock.
So, Deke, it's not up there with the rest of the elements. That's
It's not. It's not. Gold and silver is of value. That's the necessity. But a diamond is a freaking rock. Now, I'm not going to say it is a precious stone because God calls it a precious stone. But it's not worth these billions of dollars that have it on your neck. It's a rock. And they say women have a man get on your one knee, and that's how it was sold. They kept showing diamonds are made popular based upon television. If you ask the sisters today, why do you want a ring? What do you want a ring for? What is a ring for? Oh, because I just want it. Yeah, but why? Do you want the ring? Do you want a diamond, or did someone tell you to want the diamond? Right. That's what you gotta ask them. Do you always want a diamond? And what makes you want a diamond ring? Why? Is it because you personally wanted one, or did someone tell you to desire one?
Because my master told me.
Because master said so. Because diamonds is nothing. Diamonds was not something we sat there and just ran around saying, yeah, diamonds, wow, and put on our finger. That was just regular jewelry. Yeah. It was just regular. It was like wearing beads. It was regular.
If you look at it too, Dick, like you said, gold is more precious than diamond because they use gold in more thing that we use today than diamond.
Right.
You understand? Like majority of the cell phone has some type of gold.
Right.
And them.
Yeah, the gold's value never went down
computer,
as far as
doesn't depreciate.
Yeah.
And that's why you see like when you're watching some people that do the type investment, they always says to invest your money in
gold.
They never say diamond.
Yeah.
Right. Now, give me Exodus 28. It is written in the scriptures. It is a precious stone. It was a stone that symbolized the tribe. Yeah. The tribe, okay? Exodus 28, and we'll sidebar in a moment. Exodus 28, and we're going to read. Matter of fact, let's just do it. Exodus 28, and we're going to read start from verse 1.
Hey, Deacon, after that, if you mind, want to, that's the slogan right there.
Oh, my body, my choice. Yes, that's him. That's who it came from?
Yes, sir. Yep.
Wow, my body, my choice.
Yeah,
wow.
Shout out to Captain Joel. He brought that out in his class.
My body, my choice. With hell, are we at agreement? That's it. We made lies our refuge. My body, my choice. Ain't that something?
Shout out to, thanks, Officer Aim, for sending me that.
My body, my choice. Damn. All right, read that. Exodus 20 from the top.
Exodus chapter 28 and verse 1.
With sidebar, y'all, I just gave y'all a brief introduction to the Greek captivity, but just sidebar for a moment. I'm going to give y'all way more next week because I'm telling you, we had last night. I'm worn out from dealing with demons last night. That class was like damn near 4 hours. Wow, is that? 4 and change, man. Just audios, a lot going on. Those of y'all know what I'm talking about. The Esau kept shutting us down because of the title of the video was an acronym. What the hell is this? Jews, an acronym. Because of the title, Esau was like, no, shut it down. You know, so it's like chopped in 3 parts now, but that just shows you how much power these men have, man. You can't even put Jews in the title of a video without them shutting the video down. It's insane, that power. I guarantee if I put nigga in the title of the video, it would be up forever. Yep. They wouldn't even touch that. Oh, nigga, oh, no problem, nigga. Okay, no problem.
We'll try to take it down and can't remove it.
Right, it'll be up there forever. You can put up a video of a woman peeing in a man's face on stage, right? But we can't put a Jew on the screen. Oh, okay. Bruh. Read that.
Exodus chapter 28, verse 1. And take thou unto thee Aaron thy brother, and his sons with him, from among the children of Israel, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office.
Now this kind of goes in line with because you go into history of the Maccabees, it leads into the descendants of Aaron, which would be Mattathias and them, and so forth, the Levites. So it's somewhat in the same vein. But I'm just done with the whole diamonds thing. Read that.
Even Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, Aaron's sons.
Right, Ithamar and Aaron's sons. So Nadab and Abihu got put to death for burning strange incense, and the Lord ended up preserving Eleazar and Ithamar. Those two are pretty much the high priest was swapped between them. You had the high priest, like Moses, like Aaron was the high priest, and Moses was the elder priest. Then you had Eleazar's son would be a high priest, and then you had Ithamar's son would be, I believe, it's historically stated that his son Eli himself, descends out of the line of Ithamar. It's historically, from what I've read, Eli descends from Ithamar. All right, Eleazar, I believe that's where Ezra, I believe, descends from. I believe Eleazar comes from one of them. Joshua or Ezra descend from that line. So they will share the priesthood. Now, it was always, you only had one high priest because one high priest was allowed to enter into the sanctum sanctorum, or the Holy of Holies, to go and offer the sacrifice for the people and himself and so forth. Only one was allowed to go in there. All right, so you could say you had two high priests, but not really. One high priest you had, and then you had like I guess you could say a co-high priest or co-priest, elder priest, such as, for example, again, Aaron, high priest, and then you have Moses, would be the elder priest. He's a high priest also, to an extent, but he was the, elder. You understand? So read again.
Yes, sir. And take thou unto thee Aaron thy brother, and his sons with him, from among the children of Israel, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office, even Aaron, Nadab, and Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar, Aaron's sons.
Right, so Eleazar and Ithamar remained alive, and their children became the high priests later on, up until the time of Rome, and so on and so forth. Read on.
And thou shalt make holy garments for Aaron thy brother, for glory and for beauty.
So I'm not saying Mattathias descended from the high priest, so I'm just saying it's the same tribe, Levites. Go ahead.
And thou shalt speak unto all that are wise-hearted, whom I have filled with the spirit of wisdom, that they may make Aaron's garment to consecrate him, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office.
In the high priest's office, Aaron's garment. So Aaron had to wear special garments to minister to the Lord. Go ahead.
And these are the garments which they shall make: a breastplate, and an ephod, and a robe, and a broidered coat.
Embroidered. So he dressed bad, okay? This is not some regular gown, like some Roman toga. Right. This garment was embroidered, meaning it had woven designs in it. Wasn't some garbage like you see these bastards wear today.
Right.
This Israel, again, we're the salt of the earth. We had flavor.
Right.
Our God is black, so he know how to dress us. He know how to dress, so we know how to dress because he know how to dress.
That's right.
All right, so read on. It's embroidered work, a embroidered coat, meaning it was embroidered.
And it was 100%.
It was 100%. Right. No tags needed. It was 100%, period. Go ahead.
A mitre.
And mitre had a hat, we can call it a hat. A mitre, a hat on, go ahead.
And a girdle.
And a belt, go ahead.
And they shall make holy garments for Aaron thy brother and his sons, that he may minister unto me in the priest's office.
Go ahead.
And they shall take gold and blue and purple and scarlet and fine linen.
Fine linen, go ahead.
And they shall make the ephod of gold, of blue, and of purple, of scarlet, and fine twined linen.
Right.
With cunning work.
Go ahead.
It shall have the two shoulder pieces thereof joined at the two edges thereof, and so it shall be joined together.
Right.
And the curious girdle of the ephod, which is upon it, shall be of the same, according to the work thereof, even of gold, of blue, and purple.
See, even of gold, of blue, go ahead.
And purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen. And thou shalt take 2 onyx stones, and grave on them the names of the children of Israel.
Okay, so you have the stones engraved into this into this breastplate, pretty much. Go ahead.
6 of the names on the one stone, and the other 6 names on the rest of the other stones.
So you put these stones inside of it. You have the stones on it, and you engrave the names of Israel on the stones. 6 on one stone, 6 on the other stone. Go ahead.
According to their birth.
Right.
With the work of an engraver in stone.
So someone had to have someone specialized in knowing how to etch or write in stone. This is talent.
Right.
This is straight up talent. You have tailors, you have engravers. You understand? This is not just some regular guys. Oh, I just make something up. These are people who had skill in embroidering, skill in sewing, tailoring, skill in engraving. Our people are multi-talented. Go ahead.
Like the engravings of a signet, shalt thou engrave the 2 stones with the names of the children of Israel.
I mean, you edge the names in the stone, detailed, like a signet. Go ahead.
Thou shalt make them to be set in ouches of gold.
Right. You place the stones, I believe, inside little holders. All right. Go ahead.
And thou shalt put the 2 stones upon the shoulders of the ephod, for stones of memorial unto the children of Israel.
There'll be an ephod here, and they'll be on the shoulders like this, the stones. Go ahead.
And Aaron shall bear their names before the Lord upon his 2 shoulders. For a
See?
memorial.
So it's like a breastplate. It's it's a hole here. Puts it on. It hangs like this. It goes around, and you have the stone here, stone here. Dang.
Almost like the way the knights.
Like the knights, right? Pretty much. Look, why you know what this is talking about. You have an idea what this is talking about. Right. Go ahead.
Verse 13. And thou shalt make ouches of gold, and 2 chains of pure gold at the ends.
2 chains, damn, 2 chains, pure gold. Go ahead.
2 chains, huh?
Right, not the rapper, no. Jesus Christ. Don't ever compare that to that dude.
No,
2 chains? No, not him. No, jeez.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. We did have chains of pure gold.
But you know what that shows to also, Dick, like how white black people, we love wearing jewelry.
We love dressing up.
DNA,
yes, it is. Yes,
sir.
And 2 chains of pure gold at the ends. Of wreathen work shalt thou make them, and fasten the wreathen chains to the ouches.
You have wreathen work. What's wreathen mean? Wreathen work, what does wreathen mean? Let's look that up. Wreathen. I think it does mean that. Wreathen work.
Twisted.
Man, we falling so far now. We rocking a T-shirt. We put fashion to a T-shirt and some jeans.
The hell is this?
You know, so
some fake jewelry.
Wreathen work means made into wreath, formed or united, disposed or as by twining or interweaving. Right, so the chains are intertwined. Damn.
Yeah. It's almost like a Cuban link.
Yeah, the golden chains are like linked together. That's crazy. Right.
You got Cuban links, you got ropes.
Right. In this instance, gold.
Yo, you gotta try to duplicate this off of LaQuarrie.
I'm not.
The Lord of one, no.
I'm not on that level yet.
You're not. No. Go ahead.
And thou shalt make the breastplate of judgment with cunning work. After the work of the ephod thou shalt make it. Of gold, of blue, and of purple, and of scarlet, and of fine twined linen.
See, so it's saying make the breastplate. So it's a breastplate, like we said, like how the knights wear and so forth. Go ahead.
Shalt thou make it. 4 square it shall be being doubled. A span shall be the length thereof, and a span shall be the breadth thereof. And thou shalt set it in settings of stones, even 4 rows of stones.
So you're going to have 4 rows of stones on the front of it now. Go ahead.
The first row shall be a sardius, a topaz.
So one stone is a sardius. That's 1 stone. Go ahead.
A topaz.
Topaz is the 2nd stone you put in it.
And a carbuncle.
That's the 3rd stone.
This shall be the first row.
So you're gonna have 4 rows of 3 stones etched into the breastplate. So you got 2 stones right here on the shoulders already, with the names of the 12 tribes written on both sides, and then you have stones, 4 rows of 3 in the front, and then one rock stone will be what it said. First row is a sardius, second will be a topaz, and third what? Carbuncle. That's the first row. Go ahead.
And the second
each stone, each of these things represents a tribe. Go ahead.
And the second row shall be an emerald, a sapphire, and a diamond.
See that? So those are just regular stones that that represented Israel. All right? Represented Israel. They had diamond. Go ahead.
And the third row, a ligor, an agate, and an amethyst.
That's how many is that so far? 6, 9. That's 9. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. And the fourth row, a beryl, and an onyx, and a jasper.
That's 12. All those stones represent each tribe. Those stones. Go ahead. Not a wedding. The diamonds that represent a wedding on Aaron's garment. It's a tribe. Represents a tribe. Which one I'm not sure, but I have to look that up. But I know. I think the emerald is Judah. I think the green is Judah because remember Christ wore a green garment, so we know green represents
all praises
Judah. That I know the most.
Not God, right? You say all
praises. I don't know why I just said that's just.
All praises deep.
Just say all praises.
That's not all praises. I want to apologize for what I just said about I don't know why you said Judah.
I don't know about what Gad is in deep. I'll accept your apology on the show.
All praises,
this time on the show.
On the show, so off the show, you're not gonna accept my apology.
Off the show.
Off the show.
Hey, Officer Gad is the agate.
Okay.
That's the Gadite?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
you should rock that one then.
Yeah, you two together. Once again, I apologize for saying you two together.
Yo, here we go.
Yeah, we're next to each other.
Yeah,
I
all right,
apologize.
D.
It's
Okay,
okay.
D. But these are different crystals, I think, right?
Right,
Crystals.
Don, you can say whatever. I don't know. Rock. I say stones. Let's say stones. Just to sum it up. Stones.
Pull up a barrel. Pull up the barrel. Just for example, the barrel.
Yeah.
That's a green, like
Where you don't put the aggregate?
the aggregate.
Agate.
Where should you pull that one?
Yo, chill out, bro.
Hey, Judah got
It's not my tribe.
Judah got the emerald.
All right, here you go.
You got the emerald. That I know.
Emerald
And
is
it's
bad
green.
right
It's
there.
green too.
That green is bad. That green is bad.
Get the one over here. Right, go down. Go to your left.
to the left, right there. The second
left.
one.
Yeah, the second one. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's nice.
Click that one.
That's a burrow.
Yeah, that's barrel.
That's a barrel.
Oh yeah, burrow is crazy.
Yeah, that's bad right there.
Like water.
So we go. So sisters, y'all can rock this, right? You matter of fact, you have 12 stones to choose from. Why just the diamond? You got emerald. These are precious stones.
Right.
Emerald, amethyst, whatever the hell that is. I don't know what amethyst even is. But I know jasper. That's a brown stone.
Yes, sir.
Dark brown, really dark, rich brown.
Sapphire.
Diamond, sapphire is a beautiful color. Sardius. I mean, you want to read topaz is black. I think it's black topaz. I think it's a dark, really dark black stone. I think.
No, the onyx is black.
Onyx is black.
Yeah.
Onyx is black. Thank you. The onyx. I'm saying topaz. The onyx is black.
I remember it said, when you read Daniel 10 and 5, remember
Yeah, the barrel.
the barrel. That's the color.
That's the color he was wearing.
Yep.
Color you rocking.
Yeah. That's why a color belongs to us. Right. So read on.
Verse 20. And the fourth row, a beryl and an onyx
Green. The barrel is green, black. Go ahead.
and a jasper.
And brown. Go ahead.
They shall be set in gold in their enclosing.
Damn. So the damn stones was encased in the gold in the breastplate. Damn. Go ahead.
And the stone shall be with the names of the children of Israel, 12,
12. Go ahead.
according to their names.
According to their names. So those 12 stones represent each tribe. Go ahead. As I said before. Go ahead.
Like the engravings of a signet.
Like the engravings of a signet. Go ahead.
Every one with his name shall they be according to the 12 tribes.
Now, why is that so important? Give me Wisdom of Solomon.
Oh, snap.
I don't have to pull this. But for you people in Christianity that keep saying, God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever shall believe in him. You know how y'all be talking, how y'all say it. Wisdom of Solomon,
1824.
18, 22. Give y'all some suspense first before I hit that nuclear bomb. I think this right here, Wisdom of Solomon 1824, that's like Romans 9 in one verse.
Right.
I'm gonna keep it 100. It's like Romans 9 in one verse. All right, so let's get it. Wisdom of Solomon 18:22. Those of y'all who are listening. I'm gonna go to the video myself too. Those of y'all who are listening, pay attention. 22. Those of y'all. I'm doing what LeBron did. Go ahead.
Come to the club, G.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 18, verse 22. So he overcame the destroyer, not with strength of body.
The destroyer was the angel that came down, which is Christ, really. Was coming down, he was killing us with the plague, because Israel was messing with the other nations. The Lord got sick of us, came down from the throne, leaped down from the throne, started killing us the plague. We started dying, dropping down, dropping like freaking flies left and right. So Aaron had to run and deliver us, save us. Go ahead.
So he overcame the destroyer, not with strength of body, nor force of arms, but with a word subdued he that punished, alleging the oaths and covenants made with the fathers. For when the dead were now fallen down by heaps one upon another,
Dropping dead like flies. Go ahead.
standing between, he stayed the wrath.
So let me help y'all out. What's going on? So the plague is moving. It's hitting people, and they're just dying, falling on top of each other. Boom, boom, boom. Dog piles of dead bodies. Aaron is running. So as they're dying alongside of him, they're dropping like flies. He's running towards those who the plague hasn't reached yet. Then he stands in front of the plague, in front of those who the plague hasn't touched, and stops the destroyer. That's what it's saying.
Dang.
So Aaron's the damn superhero at this point. Okay, watch this. Verse 23 again.
Yes, sir. For when the dead were now fallen down by heaps one upon another, standing between, he stayed the
He
wrath
stayed the wrath, stopped the destruction, go ahead,
and parted the way to the living.
and saved those who did not drop dead from the plague. Watch the next verse.
For in the long garment was the whole world.
For in Aaron's garment, For an Aaron's garment he was wearing was the whole world. Wait a minute. So an Aaron's garment was the whole world. What does that mean? He had a planet inside of his garment? No.
Loaded gun.
Does it mean that he had all nations written on his garment? Isn't that the whole world? Ham, Moab, Elam, Edom. All nations are in Aaron's garment? We didn't read that earlier. We read that you had 12 tribes on his shoulders, 6 on one shoulder, 6 on the other. Mm-hmm. And on his chest you had the 12 tribes of each stone, one representing the other. That's not the whole world. That's not all nations, right? So who's the whole world in this verse? Read the verse from the top again, please.
For in the long garment was the whole world.
In the long garment was the whole world. Watch this.
In the 4 rows of the stones.
Oh, wait a minute. The whole world is listed in 4 rows of stones. Go ahead.
Was the glory of the fathers graven.
Was the glory of the fathers' names graven. Engraved. Go ahead.
And thy majesty upon the diadem of his head.
And the Lord's title or name upon his forehead, which was on top of his mitre. That was the whole world that Aaron was saving. That was the whole world on his garment. That's the whole world whom God so loved. There's no getting around this. That's who it's talking about in the verse. Those of y'all who are familiar with that verse, get acquainted with it now.
So put
now you just got a nuke right there. You at this point.
Put that on your pipe and smoke
it. Yeah, put that in your damn pipe and smoke it.
So precept that with Exodus 28.
Precept that with Isaiah 45:17.
All that.
Precept it with John 18:20. Precept that with John 11:49 to 52. John 3:16. John 11.
15:24.
Matthew 15:24. John, what else? 15:16. 1 John 2 and 1, I think it is. There's just too many places to go.
So many.
Wherever you read world and God loving it, that's the world it's referring to.
Right.
Now, jump to verse 4. Same book.
Verse 4. Wisdom of Solomon chapter 18, verse 4. For they were worthy to be deprived of light.
Referring to the Egyptians. The Lord put a huge shot of darkness as a plague over the Egyptians at this time. Solomon is reflecting on the plague of the Egyptians. And then he goes on to the plague that God put upon the Israelites based upon the rebellion in the wilderness. Read 4 again.
For they were worthy to be deprived of light and imprisoned in darkness, who had kept thy sons shut up.
Who kept your sons in slavery, the Egyptians. Go ahead.
By whom the uncorrupt light of the law.
By whom the what?
The uncorrupt light of the law.
The uncorrupt light of the law. Go ahead.
Was to be given unto the world.
What world is that? What world received the law? Did God give the law to everybody? No. Another precept for you. Showing you who the law was given to, the world. What world? The whole world in Aaron's garment in the very freaking 24th verse.
Damn, do we have
20 verses later.
Do we have a bigger bomb over there? Is there a bigger one?
Neutron bomb.
Yeah.
You can't make this up, man.
All praises.
This is elementary school right now. I'm giving y'all some elementary school. So what you do is, those of you out there watching, you better hold 1824 to your heart. Just hold it. Don't use it that so fast. Just hold on to it. And when all else fails, when you building somebody that believe in the Apocrypha, you drop 1824. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. So now, let's see.
We got back.
Take a break. Take a break. Because I said before, man, it's gonna be a short class. We're gonna take a break real quick, give you guys some time to reflect on what we just went over. It's 2:48, so we'll be back. Lord's will, another 5 minutes. All right, so stay tuned. Shalom. See you then. Shalom Israel, no son Christ bless. Deacon Nathan here at IUIC Philadelphia. You're tuned in to Our Hidden History Radio, where we go into deep understanding and history of who we are, according to the Bible, the hidden artifacts, archaeology, the geography, all you can think of that shrouds around our history of the Bible. We go into it in depth. So Israel, like, subscribe, comment on our YouTube channel, Our Hidden History Radio. See you then. Shalom, Most High, Christ bless.
Do you know it? Do you know it?
What? Boy, I'm the one in control. I'm good and you evil, you playing your role. Hey. I'm pacing, I'm moving, they want me to quit. Ain't gonna stop. Keep doing your job, keep talking shit. Hey, controller, 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 control. Hey, hey. Cut off my right hand and hair, but I see how it's good for the soul. I'm pacing, I'm moving, they want me to quit. Ain't gonna stop. Keep doing your job, keep talking.
The Holy Spirit, a discipline, she gon' run, she gon' flee to the seat. Little sleep, a little slumber, a slugger gon' make an excuse. It's a lion in the street, get off your behind and stand up on your feet. You didn't work, then you don't expect to eat. Got it out the mud, so if I gotta get my hands dirty, it ain't nothing to me. Christ coming back like a thief in the night. Before taking to you, the armor gird up the loins of your mind. Wicked servant, you slothful, you wasted my talent, you wasted time. Thou knewest that I reap what I didn't sow when I want was mine. Didn't increase, gotta pay to find. Ooh, I could never lie. No, I am not always motivated. But discipline take me to heights it can never take me. Yeah, I get tired, they never faking. Get them your best and they still hating. Roaring lion, but I call him Satan. Waiting for me to fall and he's still waiting. Exercising that discernment. Planet Fitness working for a different world. 1,000 degrees, he gon' burn it. Keep it cordial, I just keep the grass cut low. Watching for the serpents. Practice the P-verbs, 31. I'm cultivating my purpose. No handouts, gotta earn this. Spirit furnished.
What? Boy, I'm the one in control. I'm good and you evil, you playing your role. Hey. I'm pacing, I'm moving, they want me to quit. Ain't gonna stop. Keep doing your job, keep talking shit. Hey, controller, 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 control. Hey, hey. Cut off my right hand and hair, but I see how it's good for the soul. I'm pacing, I'm moving, they want me to quit. Ain't gonna stop. Keep doing your job, keep talking shit. Hey, look at how much we progress. Hot damn. Elevation after passing the test. Elevate. Hey, yeah. God on my side and I'm blessed. Blessed. They bent out of shape and they looking depressed. You ain't provoking me, I be controlling the climate. If I decide to say something, then strategy perfectly timed it. Any moves that I make, Holy Spirit go sign it. This matter went overhead, you might gotta rewind it. I hear the setting up traps. They mad cause we widen the gap. I gotta watch for the sheep. 16-11 the straps. They try to pull up where we at. If it's war, then I'm ready to snap. Hey, you can run up and get done up. Hey, you can try me and see if it's cat. Hey, hey. Ain't got no time for distractions. They're looking for a reaction. It ain't no joke if it's boots on the ground and the spirit equipped and we packing. None of the prophets is liking. We bout to work, ain't no slacking. They wanna gossip, they wanna slander, but understand who you attacking. Hey, boy, I'm the one in control. I'm good and you evil, you playing your role. Hey. I'm pacing, I'm moving, they want me to quit. Ain't gonna stop. Keep doing your job, keep talking shit. Hey, controller, 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 control. Hey, hey. Cut off my right hand and hair, but I see how it's good for the soul. I'm pacing, I'm moving, they want me to quit. Ain't gonna stop. Keep doing your job, keep talking shit.
IUIC TV.
So I'm just simply trying to get you to understand that simply keep the commandments of God. It ain't nothing that I want you to do personally. It's what God wants you to do.
I don't believe in what you believe.
Go. I am Job, I am Job. This is life, I suppose. Trials and tribulations that you're facing when your friends turn to foes. This ain't exclusive to me though. I know it's common to man. It's good versus evil, it's light against dark. It's reap with your soul, supply and demand. I need a little more spirit, I'm something like vegan. I'm done with the flesh and all the experience that I done been through is adding more flavor. I'm seasoned the best. I had to cut off my right hand, but I'm still working with the left. Lord had to separate me from my real, but I'm still made solid with the rest. I done been put to the test, and no, it's not finished by far. I was cut to the bone, just spiritual surgery. That's why I'm wearing this scar on my heart. Hey, this my story, so where did I start? She lied when she told me it's death do us part. Provide for my family, keep this commandment the way that I think this will tear us apart. Damn, make a statue of a fool. I'm just trying to plead my case. Moses, Job, Ben, Israel, this is real. Put a golden tear upon his face. Strong when I'm weak, my testament of faith. I'm walking through this furnace, this is what it takes. This the song of Moses, bitter in your belly. Eat this little book and tell me how it tastes. I'm Job, I'm Job. This is life, I suppose. Trials and tribulations that you're facing when your friends turn to foes. This ain't exclusive to me though. I know it's common to man. Good versus evil, it's light against dark. It's reap with your soul, the trial of a man. I'm Job, I'm Job. This is life, I suppose. Trials and tribulations that you're facing when your friends turn to foes. This ain't exclusive to me though. I know it's common to man. Good versus evil, it's light against dark. It's reap with your soul, the trial of a man. Second chapter of my story while I'm giving God the glory. This my test of faith. Surprise diagnosis, multiple sclerosis, feeling pain in every step I take. I was losing feeling from the waist down. In my empty home praying face down. As I lift my eyes asking God why, it's the devil giving me the shakedown. In my brain matter is deteriorating as I write this rhyme, feeling pressed for time. If I lose any of my cogitation, righteous reputation, what I leave behind. Got me questioning legacy, laying in this hospital bed with my mortal thoughts. Need to leave a record for my son to hear me just in case I wake up and I couldn't talk or I couldn't walk. Just the race that I'm running, my spirit on a roller coaster ride. Use my life experience as exhortation. I'm just really praying that you feel the vibe. I'm just letting it breathe, picking on part of my pain to keep me from going insane. Leaning on examples of righteous men, you den, your counsel staying on my brain. Strong when I'm weak, my testament of faith. I'm walking through this furnace, this is what it takes. This a song of Moses, bitter in your belly. Eat this little book and tell me how it tastes. Play my role as I stay discreet, calling for the Lord, falling at his feet. I'm just asking Jesus Christ to make me whole. Sing the song of Moses. I'm Job. I'm Job, I'm Job. This is life, I suppose. Trials and tribulations that you're facing when your friends turn to foes. This ain't exclusive to me though. I know it's common to man. Good versus evil, it's light against dark. It's reap with your soul, the trial of a man. I'm Job, I'm Job. This is life, I suppose. Trials and tribulations that you're facing when your friends turn to foes. This ain't exclusive to me though. I know it's common to man. Good versus evil, it's light against dark. It's reap with your soul, the trial of a man. Yeah, man, you know, it's just amazing to me when I sit back right now and think about how far I done came. And you know, man, when I was sitting in that hospital bed, man, really thinking about what kind of legacy I'm gonna leave behind. After all the trials and tribulations I've been through in this truth, you know, 3 years from the very beginning seemed like, you know, not even a breaking in period. From feeling helpless and then to seeing where I am right now through the grace of God, man. It's amazing, man. It's an amazing thing. I feel like it's a Job in every camp, man. You know, brothers know what's up, man. Like, bro, we think you Job, man.
All right, we're back. We're back from the break. Oh, I wanted to make something clear. Do not buy a wedding ring. We do not. That's not our custom. Don't sit there and say, okay, well, I can't get a diamond wedding ring, so I'm gonna give me an onyx wedding ring or whatever. That's not our custom. Give me Leviticus 18. Excuse me, Leviticus 18 and verse 2, please. No, 3. Leviticus 18 and 3. Those of y'all who feel like, yeah, I'm gonna get a, okay, so no diamonds, got you. So I'll get an emerald ring wedding band. It's a wedding band, they call it, wedding band.
Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 3. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do. And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do, neither shall ye walk in their ordinances.
So after doing to the land of Egypt shall ye not do, because wedding rings were an Egyptian custom. They wore wedding bands. They believed that's why they call it the ring finger. I believe it's this one, the left hand, right, left hand, whatever. This is the ring finger right here, the pointer finger. Because they say there's a vein in that finger that leads to your heart. And so therefore, when both of you wear that wedding band, your hearts are bound or banded together in the afterlife. And then the Greeks went and adopted it. White man loved Egypt. You know this.
What the hell is this?
He adopted it, and that's where it comes from. Israel did not have wedding rings. Israel never, ever wore wedding rings. What we had was a instrument of covenants, paperwork, and a bed to sleep in to consummate. That's what we had.
And gifts.
Right. Gifts, feast day, feasts, wedding feasts. That's what we had. We did not have no wedding rings at all. So those of y'all who got one, feel free to sell it anytime because it's garbage. All right, pawn it and then take the money and go somewhere, go away somewhere. The money you whatever. Some of y'all spend the whole damn freaking. Some of y'all paying for the wedding rings now. We're still paying on them joints. It's crazy, man.
And living in an apartment building.
Right. Crazy, man.
Yeah. And divorce in 3 years.
Right, divorce in 2 days. I'm keeping the ring though. Let me get the image of the stones, real quick. Since we're on this topic, so you got Reuben. They say Reuben's sign is a sardius. Simeon is the topaz, is yellow. Levi is the carbuncle. Judah is the emerald that I said before. I had that right. Zebulon is the sapphire. That's a beautiful, beautiful stone right there. And Issachar, Issachar is the diamond.
Oh, all right.
Okay,
Yeah, we endure pressure, right?
Yeah, endure the pressure. Dan is Ligure. Gad is Agat. Wow, okay, that's kind of weird. Agat and Gad, okay. Amethyst, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. Amethyst.
Yeah.
Asher. Naphtali is the barrel. Okay, Naphtali is the barrel. Okay, that's a greenish color. So Judah is the emerald.
It's a light green.
It's a lighter green, right. Yeah. Okay. That's still bad. That's gorgeous too. Nice. Joseph, or Ephraim pretty much would be the onyx. And well, Joseph is onyx because of course they weren't born yet. So yes, Joseph represents the onyx stone, and Benjamin would be the jasper stone, which is a brown. You see, it's brown there. All right, real quick, give me Revelation real quick since we're still dealing with stones. I'll just touch on it. We got entitled this class Greek sidebar, Greek captivity sidebar. Well, not really, but
12 stones of Israel.
Yeah, 12 stones. Yeah, Greek captivity, 12 stones. We can call it that. Revelation. Where is it? So I wasn't planning on going here. Revelation.
Like 21 or something.
21. Yeah, let me look at it.
Start from like 10.
Yeah.
19.
Read 19.
Okay. Revelations, chapter 21 and verse 19.
No. 17.
Verse 17. And he measured the wall thereof, 144 cubits.
Damn, no. Just read verse. Read verse 12, man. No. Damn, no.
Sorry, verse 10.
No.
Just read the chapter.
Yeah, the whole damn chapter, right?
Yo,
read start from verse 10.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to read all the way down.
Yes, sir. Revelation chapter 21, verse 10. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from God.
That's how glorious it was, as if it came out of heaven. Go ahead.
Having the glory of God, and her light was like unto the stone most precious, even like a jasper stone.
See, so these are precious stones. The jasper stone right there, Benjamin stone. Go ahead.
Clear as crystal.
It was clear as crystal. Go ahead.
And had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates, and at the gates 12 angels, and names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
So you don't see names of other nations on this gate, because they're not going to be in this kingdom. That's the point. They're not going to be in Jerusalem at all. They're not going to be there. All right, read on.
On the east, 3 gates.
So on the east side, there's 3 gates.
On the north, 3 gates.
6.
On the south, 3 gates.
9.
And on the west, 3 gates.
12.
And the wall of the city had 12 foundations.
12 foundations for 12 tribes. 12 gates. Get.
And in them, the names of the 12 apostles of the Lamb.
Damn, the 12 apostles or names are engraved on the foundation. Go ahead.
And he that talked with me had a golden reed to measure the city, and the gates thereof, and the wall thereof. And the city lieth 4 square, and the length is as large as the breadth. And he measured the city with the reed 12,000 furlongs.
Everything's 12. Oh, damn, go ahead.
The length and the breadth and the height of it are equal.
All equal. They're equal, completely equal. Go ahead.
And he measured the wall thereof, and 144 cubits.
Come on, man. 144 cubits. Go ahead.
According to the measure of a man that is of the angel.
Damn. Go ahead.
And the building of the wall of it was of jasper, and the city was pure gold, like unto clear glass.
Oh, the city is pure gold, man.
Is it pure diamond?
Pure gold. Go ahead.
And the foundations of the wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. And the first foundation was jasper.
See? So this is a city. The foundations of the city, wall of the city were garnished with all manner of precious stones. This is what? The first foundation was what?
Was jasper.
Go back to that symbol again. Go back. Jasper going back to Benjamin. Go ahead.
The second, sapphire.
That goes to Zebulon. If that, based upon what I'm seeing here, if that chart's correct, Jasper would be Benjamin, sapphire would be Zebulon. Go ahead.
The third, a Chalcedony.
Chalcedony. Third would be Chalcedony. I'm not sure who that belongs to, who that goes to. Chalcedony. I'll figure it out. Go ahead.
The fourth, an emerald.
The fourth emerald, that'll be Judah.
The fifth, sardonyx.
Sardonyx. I don't think it's the same as onyx. Go ahead.
The sixth, sardius.
Sardius goes to. What else? Sardius. Oh, that's Reuben. Go ahead.
The seventh, chrysolite.
Okay. Okay. I don't know what that belongs to. Go ahead.
The eighth, beryl.
Beryl will be Naphtali. Okay.
The ninth, a topaz.
Topaz.
The 10th,
Simeon.
It's topaz is Simeon. Right. Go ahead.
The 10th, a chrysoprasus. The 11th, a jackson.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Read on.
Read on.
The 12th, an amethyst.
Right, which goes to Asher. Right. So we got how many? We only got 12, but how many did we get? We got Reuben. We got Simeon. We got Judah. We got Naphtali. We got
Asher.
Benjamin. We got Asher.
The Chalcedony is
Issachar?
So we didn't get Issachar, we didn't get Gad, and we didn't get Danny said the question.
the Chalcedony is Gad. That's it's same as the Agite.
The Agite. Okay.
Nah, I think
Chalcedony is same as
That
the
chart is
Agite.
not good. There.
Okay.
There's no Dan. We got Dan up there.
Nah,
Yeah,
Dan,
that's right.
that is right. Dan not
The
Dan not
Danites.
in there.
Dan is right there.
Dan is
next to Issachar.
Yeah.
Oh,
The
Legio.
diamond.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never heard that one before. Legio.
But yeah, but so the 12 tribes, it should be Ephraim and whoever. I believe.
Right,
That's
but they
why-
got Joseph as the
Yeah, Joseph. Yeah, Joseph would be, yeah. That's why I'm not counting. That's why I'm saying according to this, you know.
Right, so Agite, it says Agite is a variety of Chalcedony.
Oh, okay.
so
got you. All right. But the point of the matter is, whether this is accurate or not, I don't know. I just want to give you an example of how the colors look, which is nice. The colors are nice.
It's a depiction.
It's a depiction. Thank you. It's a depiction of the stones and the colors and how precious they are outside of diamonds. You know, a lot of people who are rich, not even wealthy, but rich. They put a whole bunch of diamonds on their mouth and their neck, and it's not. Those aren't the only things that God gave that are precious stones. There's other stones that are just as precious as the diamond. Go ahead.
And the 12 gates were 12 pearls.
Damn, you got pearls. Go ahead.
Every several gate was of one pearl. And the street of the city was pure gold, as it were transparent glass.
Yeah, but I don't know. That's like if you see your damn reflection.
Right.
The damn speaking in the freaking street, man. You walking on the street, you walking on gold in the street.
It's like mirrored gold or something. Like a mirror, transparent. You could see.
Yeah.
It's like see through or something.
Like some type of honey stuff, man.
Bruh. Verse 20.
No, that's it, man. Damn. You can't begin to imagine what that means, what that even looks like. That's ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. So, y'all can make any comments regarding the class. Once again, you can comment, I prefer a comment rather than call. 267-702-6121. Regarding the class, 267-702-6121. Regarding today's class, we do a little sidebarring a little bit. But the Lord's will be back on track regarding the Greek captivity again next week. I got some time to finish. I didn't have time to finish what I wanted to finish.
We ended on Isaiah 28:15, and then we just went.
Wherever the Spirit wanted us to go.
We just went with that.
Yeah. So, just if you have any comments regarding the class. So, yeah, but I'll say something, man.
Hey, don't forget to follow Our Hidden History Radio as well, because like Officer Jez was saying, if you haven't noticed, we've been putting out some highlights from the classes, but now we're going to start going into the past shows with King Arthur,
Hannibal,
the
Siluri's,
even the stuff with the Mexicans,
Berbers, right? The Incas, Aztecs, Mayans,
right? So
the Berbers.
Right. So we're gonna do little snippets. They're gonna be little snippets, little clips, videos that we're gonna put out. Just to so y'all don't forget. I know it was a lot of show. How many episodes?
Brothers told me, yeah, man, I'm still in Babylonian captivity, man. You're going too fast. So that's what the camera's for. Record it, and I can continue. I can move on. Y'all can keep up, and you ready to,
Right. Yeah. So all praise the Most High.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get that done soon. We're gonna start that soon. But we actually gotta go back into the shows ourselves.
We gotta go back and I have to go back and learn from myself. I forgot what I went over. That's why I said just watch it. I'm probably going back over that again. I'm probably watching myself for 2 hours again.
Hey, Diggin, you did say this is like a scholar level type of
it's
class,
not just something that you just watch. You got be mindful. What's this say here? Who gonna read for me? Is it gonna be Abaddon? Please, Lord, please.
Come on, D. All right, I got you. Hi, brothers. Thanks for the classes. I'm just coming out of Christianity and learning Israelite custom.
Okay.
Do you sign state marriage license or do you sign prenuptial? I do not remember people signing.
I do, man. I do
remember. Come on, bro.
You seeing these words at me? That's that demon on your shoulder.
It's back.
Like, yo, say this. Don't say that. Say this.
I do remember people signing Bibles to consummate marriages. Rizza Islam is the brother you were thinking.
Yes, I was talking about. Yes, his name. Yes, Rizza Islam was the one I was having a discussion with Eric Spears about the jab thing. Yes, Rizza Islam. Yes, that's his name. Malcolm in Griffin, Georgia.
Thinking his name.
Malcolm in Griffin, Georgia. So he's asking, do you sign a state marriage license? You sign that. You get a marriage license nowadays because that was out. But there was a time where you could sign into a Bible. It was considered a legal document, but not anymore. I'm not sure if where you are that's legal, but I know back then signing a Bible was a legal document back then, but not anymore. You get a state license. Do you sign a prenuptial? That's entirely up to you. If you have money, you're well off, and you have valuables, you want to protect yourself, whatever, I would advise you to get one prenuptial because you never know. That's up to you. That's use your discretion regarding prenuptial, but you do get a state marriage license. Yes.
When you read Tobit, they had an instrument.
You have covenants, right? Which is the same, pretty much the same thing. Back then, we wrote things down that was legally binding. You can't go write in loosey paper. You my wife now, and it's a legal document in court. They ain't gonna take it serious.
There's no seal on it.
And the common law marriage is not even considered. Common law marriage is very, 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 very minimal in minimal states. Like out of the 50 states, it's I think maybe 10? I think 10 states out of the 50 accept common law. And even in the midst of that common law, they have sub-laws even with that. She got to live with you. It's a whole bunch of stuff, so you can't even go with that either.
But even they know you should be married. You laying together in the same house for that long period of time. That's why they do that.
Remember, you got Jake saying. Remember, you got a lot of Israelites saying, "Yeah, I got multiple wives," and their wives live in different states. They live with them, wives in different states, so their own apartments. They pay their own bills and their own rent and their own mortgage, but she's your wife. Okay, what did I say there?
I don't think they.
They're showing how many states accept that thing. I think, right? Yeah, that's it, right? How many is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 accept that common law, and even under those 7, there's like different subdivisions of law that still don't really accept common law marriage. But again, we're sidebarring again. We're going somewhere else. But anyway, anyone else? Any more comments regarding the class?
No, sir.
I have a comment on the
Yeah, what are they asking now?
On the feed.
Well, that's to be my marriage. This is not what we're talking about. That's not what we're going. I said regarding the class. It's going to spiral out of control.
Yes, sir. Hold
asked about did Adam have braids and wear Jordans? Come on, man.
All right, this one pertaining to the classes. Says, are there the stones and the levels in the levels in the order of which the sons were born?
I don't know. I have no clue.
Said the ones in the shoulders were by both birth names.
Oh yeah, by birth, yes. By most likely, yeah. As I know when in Genesis, when Joseph set us down to eat, he set us down in age order, which is crazy. He set them down by age order. They were all confused, like this is weird. They didn't know it was Joseph. He was playing with them, but he had them all sitting in age order. So it might be. Shalom, go ahead. You got it.
All right. Shalom, and all praise to the Most High for deacon and leadership for these history classes. This is, as always, so good to know. Thanks for being diligent and providing this for us. Most High in Christ bless you all from IUIC family here in Miami Gardens.
All praises, all praises. Thank you.
All praises.
Much appreciated. Thank you. But yeah. So what was I saying earlier?
Can we get the lamentation?
Yeah, get that.
Yeah,
get that.
And I could go. My body go back to the. I want to read that.
Oh, yeah, read that. Go ahead.
Go ahead. You get that lamentation first.
4-on-1. Mm-hmm.
Book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 1. How is the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed? The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street. The precious sons of Zion, comparable to fine gold, how are they esteemed as earthen pitchers, the work of the hands of the potter? Even the sea monsters draw out the breast.
Doug, you want verse 1 and 2?
You want me to?
Oh, that you gonna break it down? You get it? You want me to break it down? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yo, give me Lamentation 4. Go ahead, D. Go ahead, D.
Go ahead. You got it. Thank you. Read verse 1 again. I got it.
Sir. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 1.
Oh man, he was under the bus. You got it, Dick. Go ahead. You got it. 1-on-1. You got it. You're on. People want to get verse 1.
Lamentations 4 and 1. How has the gold become dim? How is the most fine gold changed?
Right. How has the gold become dim? Because being lost its shine. Go ahead.
How is the most fine gold changed?
Right. The most fine gold is referring to the nation of Israel. The most fine gold. God considers the men the fine gold. Go ahead.
The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street.
Mm-hmm.
The precious sons of Zion.
The precious sons of Zion.
Comparable to fine gold.
That's the fine gold he's referring to back early in the verse when he says, how has the gold become dim? The most fine gold is referring to the sons of Zion, the men. The Israelite man who was once as fine gold, who was considered a precious stone, a precious being, a precious man. He's dim now. We're not the same. We've changed. We become degenerate, Negroes, coons, savages, baby daddies, gang members. We're dim now. That golden shine is gone. Go ahead.
How are they esteemed as earthen pitchers?
We went from being gold to earthen pitchers. Earthen pitchers are nowhere near in comparison to fine gold. You could break an earthen pitcher on the floor. Go ahead.
The work of the hands of the potter.
The work of the hands of the potter. The work of the hands of the potter, meaning the way a potter forms an earthen pitcher, we're like that now. We're fragile, we're easily broken. Whereas before we were shining like gold, we were fine gold, strong, sturdy, precious. Not anymore. Read the next verse.
Even the sea monsters draw out the breasts. They give suck to their young ones.
But the sea monsters referring to the whales, different huge creatures in the sea. Go ahead.
The daughters of my people.
But the daughter of my people, the women, go ahead,
is become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness.
Yeah. Yeah, women become cruel, like the ostriches in the wilderness. Why is he comparing them to ostriches? Because an ostrich is a careless bird. A careless bird with a big ass, long ass eyelashes, and a long neck, and a bad attitude. Like the black woman.
Her big ass.
Big old behind, bald, violent.
Oh, man.
Yeah, bring it up to show the ostriches on the screen so we can see the comparison. Why you guys love lashes so much?
Cranky.
There you go.
Look, that bird like
Where's
you're saying.
my child support, nigga?
Right. I do what I want.
I do what I want. Man, I do what I want. What would you rather have, a 9-to-5 man, a scammer, or a drug dealer? Oh, I want me a drug dealer. 9-to-5. Who need a 9-to-5 man? I want me a drug dealer. Ostrich. Cool as the ostrich. The truth is not, you're not in the truth, brother. The truth is in you. Ostrich. Cool as the ostrich.
Dang.
Can't make this up, man. Can't make it up. Yeah. So he said the men have changed. We're dim. And our women have become freaking cool like the ostrich. Why? Because the ostrich is a careless animal. Give me that in Job, just to give an example, what it means. Thank you, Laquan. Thank you for taking us somewhere else. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you.
I'm trying to help you, Dick, man.
Oh,
Get your
gosh.
thoughts together.
We're going to end on this note, blasting sisters now. I don't want to end on that.
Hey, why not?
I do have another question on the comment board.
All right. So we just go to that question
Yes,
and
sir.
wrap it up. No, I want Job.
Yes, sir. Job chapter 39 and verse 13. Gavest thou the goodly wings unto the peacocks?
Right, the peacock has beautiful wings, right?
Or wings and feathers unto the ostrich, which leaveth her eggs in the earth, and warmeth them in the dust.
Right, so ostriches put their eggs in the dust to keep them warm. But what happens is, since they're simple as hell, they tend to forget where those eggs were placed. So they step on them. In other words, they kill their babies recklessly. That's what he's regarding the ostrich. We just gonna say it. Go ahead.
Verse 15. And forgetteth that the foot may crush them.
So she'll lay them in the dust, and then she'll forget where she put them. I mean, she neglects the children, and she might step on them. Go ahead.
Or that the wild beast may break them.
Go ahead. She don't care. Go ahead.
She is hardened against her young ones.
Cruel, like the ostrich in the wilderness. Go ahead. She's hardened against her young ones. Go ahead.
As though they were not hers.
As though you don't care about the kids. That's why he's comparing them y'all to the ostrich. It's messed up, but it's...
Damn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Her labor is in vain without fear.
Her labor is the babies. Her labor is in vain without fear. Go ahead.
Because God hath deprived her of wisdom.
God made her a dumb bird. Go ahead.
Neither hath he imparted to her understanding.
Yeah, the woman I was referring to last night. Damn. That's them. Ostrich, bunch of ostriches. What's the question you asked?
The question here is, why do other camps teach that sex is marriage? That's the question he asked.
Why do camps teach that sex is marriage? How do I answer that? We teach sex is marriage because they don't want marriage papers. They just put their people. Well, marriage, sex is not just marriage. They say that because it's true. Sex is marriage to an extent. It's not the completion of it's the consummation of the marriage. Marriage is steps. Marriage is not just sex. There's things you go to the father, and then and then you get the papers and you consummate. It's a step in marriage, because marriage is actually established when the parents agree that their children are going to be married. That's the marriage is established by the parents. Like, for example, I read it last night. Abraham sent his servant to go and get his son Isaac a wife. Right? Go fetch my son a wife. So the moment Abraham sent his servant to fetch Rebekah, she was already Isaac's wife. Before they laid together, that was already his wife. Give me the scripture real quick, Deuteronomy. About you want me 22? I'll give you an example of what I mean. And I'm gonna show. I'm gonna prove that it's not just sex that establishes a marriage. That furthers it. That further establishes the marriage, the consummation. That's the completion of it. But it was already established before then. Because you understand, a lot of Israelites, what we do is we tend to try to take Western way of thinking and merge it with Scripture. I lay with her, and that's it. Let me give you an example. Like the Bible talks about how our sisters are a possession. There's nothing wrong with being a possession. Nothing wrong with that because they're all God's possession at the end of the day. But our women have a problem with that, with being even called that because this their body, their choice. Going back to that point. When you examine a possession, let's just put it in the sense of a car. When you go and you see a car, right, and you happen to have the keys to that car, and you get in the car, and you close the door. It's my car. I'm inside of it now. And the cop pulls you over and says, "Hey, is this your vehicle?" "Yes, it is, sir." Can I see a license registration proof it's your car?" "No, I'm inside the car. It's my car." "But where's the proof it's your car?" "I don't need proof. I'm inside of it. It's my car." Bruh. That's the same doctrine of sex as marriage. There's no evidence of any kind substantiating that that's your car. But because you feel you got inside the car, it's yours. You can't say, "This is my house. I'm inside of it." No, you need a proof that it's your lease, that you have a deed to the land that is yours. Is that your gun, sir? "Yeah." "How do you know? How do you know it's your gun?" "Oh, because it's in my pocket. It's my gun." "But where's your permit for the gun?" When it comes to anything else in possession, a car, you need a license. A house, you need a deed to the land or whatever. A car, you need a registration license. But when it comes to women, no. It's just sex. Don't make no damn sense. 22, where we at? Deuteronomy 22.
28.
No. Deuteronomy 22, I want verse 22 and 23.
Yes, sir. Deuteronomy chapter 22
and 22.
And 22. If a man be found lying with a woman married to an husband.
So if a man be found means they get caught. Because these things are done in secret. If a man is caught sleeping with a married woman, go ahead.
Then they shall both of them die. Both the man that lay with the woman and the woman. So shalt thou put away evil from Israel.
That's right. So that's called adultery. You lay with a married woman. That's adultery. She agreed to it. It's consensual. Y'all be found means you get caught. You both get put to death. Right? Next verse.
If a damsel.
So remember, you get put to death if you sleep with a married woman. Keep that in mind. Next verse. Watch this.
If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband.
So if a damsel that is a virgin, means she's been untouched, not had sex yet, be betrothed unto an husband. She's betrothed means she is engaged. She's someone's fiance. She's promised to someone. How that take place? Because the parents have it set up that way where the man she's going to marry. The parents, the groom and the bride, their parents agree they'll be man and wife. Because back then, there was no dating. It was arranged marriages, which makes more sense because dating is stupid. But anyway, biblically speaking, you had traditional marriages where they were arranged. The parents set it up. So she's promised to marry this man who's called her husband. Watch this.
And a man find her in the city and lie with her.
So if a man finds a woman that's engaged and lay with her, so she's untouched, he finds her, lays with her, right? Now he's lay with her. Watch this.
Then ye shall bring them both out unto the gate of that city, and ye shall stone them with stones that they die.
Kill them both. Why?
The damsel, because she cried not.
Because it was consensual. They got caught. It was consensual. Go ahead.
Being in the city.
Uh-huh.
And the man, because he have humbled his neighbor's wife.
Stop. How is she her neighbor's wife? How is she a wife at all? Her man didn't lay with her. She was betrothed. What made her a wife? Because she was promised to somebody else. That's how she's a wife. Because if she remember, it says a virgin that is betrothed. I mean, she's untouched. Because back then, women had to be pure. Back then, of course. Oh, well, not all the time, but in this instance here in her father's house, she's promised to someone. She was untouched. Another man comes along. She likes him. He likes her. He talks to her, whatever. He swoops in. He lay with her instead. She has humbled his neighbor's wife. She was promised him. She was already his wife before they even laid together, because the parents had already established that. That has nothing to do with sex in that verse whatsoever. You understand? So she's engaged, and a virgin that's engaged gets humbled by another man. He slept with someone's wife. So I'm proving that before the sex is established, she's already considered a wife, because the father made it clear. The fathers or parents made it clear that she's going to be married to somebody else. You understand? So it's adultery in both verses. So sex, I said before, it further establishes the marriage. It further completes it. But the marriage is already established based upon the word of the parents. That's all. That's it. So why camps teach that, I don't know. All right? They teach that because they skip past the father part. They skip past that and it's the sex, yeah. No. No. It's the parents. The father's word, the mother's word is what establishes the house. All right? So with that, we're going to wrap it up on that. Announcements. Abaddon?
Yes, sir. Hey, Israel, let's give Deacon another hand for that class. All praise to the Most High. Like I said, Deacon always comes with the fire. Last night was some fire right there, and he comes back. All praise to the Most High. Yeah, Deacon's good. Tired, man. All praise to the Most High. Israel, like we always say.
Oh, yes. And the marriage certificate also is the proof that further establishes that marriage as well. The instrument of covenants in Tobit. Thank you. In the comment board. Yes, I left that part out. That also. That's written first, and then it's completed sexually. All right?
All praises. Israel, if you would like to donate to Our Hidden History, you can donate on PayPal to Our Hidden History. I'm sorry, at IUIC.Philadelphia@IsraelUnite.org. In the comment section, you can put OHH or Our Hidden History. Also, don't forget to donate to the Booster Club, IUIC.fundraising@IsraelUnite.org. And don't forget to go back and watch all the classes that Deacon has gone over on our YouTube channel, Our Hidden History Radio. Have every class from the 2 worlds, all the 30 chapters plus. Oh, gosh, yeah. It's all on there.
Yeah, all on there.
All on there. So all praise to the Most High, Israel. You see where your works is going, your donations is going to. All right? That's it, Deacon.
Yep, trust me when I tell you, your donations are helping out a lot. We got a lot of books we finally got a hold of, thanks to your donations, and we will be using them. Not yet. Once we get past these captivities, you will see the books being used that you've done with it. We will bring them out. We will show them to you, and you guys can purchase them yourselves once we use them. All right? So just stay tuned. With that, we're going to say shalom, and until next time, Most High in Christ bless.
Shalom. Most High in Christ bless.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We the chosen people, you say no way. Enemies are teaching you the wrong way. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do you know it? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do you know it? History. Yeah. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Now we going back, breathing on my back for sure. When I let the truth go, we gon' let them know. My people on my back for sure. I hold them down for the road. The Lord Almighty made me. Lord, I got it changed me. We can see the truth now. I got them looking crazy. Man, I'm always searching. Yeah, you hear I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching. You hear me, boy, I'm searching. Yeah.
Searching for the road to the way back. We don't know our father's going way back. Do you know it? Do you know it? Oh